My name is Simon Benavides. I'm the commander of Air Force Junior ROTC, Texas 66, just at Del Rio High School. And it's my pleasure to welcome you here tonight for our annual awards ceremony. Just want to make a brief point here. This is the first year we've had it here at the SPC. It was called the Student Performance Center. Normally we have it at Laughlin Air Force Base at Club XL. And this kind of makes things a little bit easier for us. It facilitates our guests getting here. And quite frankly, every year the club has kind of gone up on their prices, so it got to the point where we just couldn't afford it anymore for a buffet. So unfortunately, we had to cut that out of our program. So hopefully y'all don't mind not having a meal tonight. So, you know, go to McDonald's afterwards or something like that. But anyway, I apologize for that, but it just got a little bit cost prohibitive. So we thank you for understanding. All right, so tonight we're going to recognize some of our top cadets who work hard all year, not only to earn an award, but also to serve their school in the community and to make it a better place to live. We try to have as many awards as possible, but sometimes, you know, there's only so many we can hand out. And for the most part, you know, all our cadets are good students. They're you know, I tell them that they're above the normal, you know, Del Rio High School student. And unfortunately, we won't have awards for everybody, but we'll try to, you know, we'll have quite a few for most people. At this time, what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to stand for a presentation in colors and remain standing for the invocation. All right, if you would remain standing for the invocation. It's going to be given by our group commander, Cadet Colonel Samantha Daniels.
Almighty and ever-loving Creator, source of all wisdom and understanding, we are so thankful that all that you teach us every day. We are especially thankful for all that you have taught us, these fellow cadets, in their time of learning. Thank you for helping and watching over us through the good and the bad. Thank you for another amazing day of life, and for our friends and family. These are the gifts which we are so thankful. As we gather with our friends and family, we thank you for your generosity and for blessing us with being able to live in this land of the free. Lord, today we gather in a military setting. We ask you to let us not forget that we are living free in this country because of many sacrifices our men and women in arms have made for us. We ask you to continue to watch and protect our members of the armed forces. Protect us, bless them and their families as they perform their selfless acts in our time of need. Lord, help us turn to our hearts towards you each and every day. In your name we pray, amen.
All right, you can have a seat, please. Okay, at this time, we want to recognize some of our guests here tonight. And forgive me if I leave anybody out. Do we have anybody here from San Felipe Independent School District? I guess Dr. Rios couldn't be with us tonight. Okay. From Del Rio High School, we have our assistant principal, Mr. Carlos Barrera. Where's he at? Okay, thank you very much. And from the Del Rio freshman campus, we have Principal Mr. Thomas Cabello and his wife, Veronica, over here. And representing the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 1836, is Mr. Eduardo Ibarra. Okay, Mr. Ibarra was gracious enough to be one of our guest speakers this year. He comes from San Antonio, correct? All right, thank you very much. Unfortunately, our representative for the Air Force Association, Major Larry Martwig, United States Air Force retired, was involved in a car accident last week and up in Dallas. So he wasn't able to be with us, so our prayers are with him. He's doing all right. He's just a little sore. Major Martwig was a squadron commander in Vietnam, and he's always a welcome addition to our program, but unfortunately isn't able to be here tonight. From Laughlin Air Force Base and representing the local Order of the Dedalians, we have Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Katz sitting in the back. Okay. And representing the local Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 8552, is Commander Ventura Mancha, but he had to leave early. Once again, today is Tuesday. We normally have these on Thursdays, and I think he had a VFW meeting that he had to be at 7 o'clock, so he asked for us to forgive him for that. Commander Mancha is a 21-year veteran of the United States Army, retiring with the rank of Sergeant First Class, promotable. He was a veteran of Desert Storm, Panama, Iraqi Freedom, and Enduring Freedom campaigns. And we thank Commander Mancha for his service. From the VFW Ladies Auxiliary, we are honored to have the president of the Ladies Auxiliary, which is Maudie Martin over here. Thank you, Maudie. And also normally we have the commander of the American Legion Post 595, Mr. Luis Valdez, and his wife here with us. Again, he had to attend to a sick brother in El Paso, so he sends his regrets, and he's not able to join us today. From the Uvalde de las Encinas chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, we're honored to have with us from Del Rio, Miss Diane Carrillo. Where you at? Okay, right here. And her husband is Chief Master Sergeant Amado Carrillo, United States Air Force retired. Welcome to our program. Okay. And let's see here. Our Sons of American Revolution people, they're not here tonight, right? Okay. Okay, from Del Rio, Texas, and representing the Sons of the Confederate Veterans of the Civil War, we're honored to have Mr. Dennis Michael Parker over here dressed in this nice uniform. And I have to apologize to Mr. Parker on our program. On the back, we have some of the people that have supported our program. And I'm embarrassed to say we left out his organization. I apologize for that, Ms. Parker. We'll put it on there for sure next year. We had a similar situation several years ago where we left out two of the graduates, and that was really embarrassing. Of course, I didn't do the program that year, but still, it's always embarrassing when we leave out somebody, and I apologize. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see here. And representing the Air Force Sergeants Association chapter is Tech Sergeant Gomez over here. He's from the 142nd Attack Wing at Ellington Air Force Base close to Houston. Okay, thank you for making that drive. Okay. And also we have our two aerospace science instructors besides myself is Master Sergeant Davila, where are you at? Back over there, behind the scenes, over there. And Lieutenant Colonel Akins is behind me here. Well, and finally, we extend a special welcome to all our cadet corps here, or cadet corps members and their parents and their guests, and because without you, there would be no Texas 66, so give yourselves a hand as well. All right, a quick reminder to the recipients. You're going to come around this way. We'll call up, if there's a guest presenter, we'll call them up first. The recipients, if you come over here and climb the stairs, and it's take, shake, and salute, right? Okay, you take it, you shake the Colonel Akins' hand, and you salute him as well, okay? All right. And also our presenters, we'll call you first, and you can come up the same route. Okay. Colonel Akins may have to help me here. We're going to recognize quickly some of the cadets that were chosen to go to a cadet leadership course this summer. Just make sure I didn't leave anybody out here. We have Angelo Arriaga. Okay. Brianna Chacon, Nick Contreras, Miriam Davila, Lisa Garza, Melissa Garza, Jennifer Hernandez, Clarissa Ortega, Madison Salinas, Jose Sanchez, Sadie Sanchez, William Stewart, and Victor Zapata. Did I leave anybody out? Maybe. If I did, speak it. Okay. And the selectees to go to the Advanced Cadet Staff Leadership course this year are Micaela Cabello, Andrew Katz, go ahead, Noah Lindsay, Carla Moreno, and Julio Torres. We'd like to briefly mention some of our sponsors for our Baton Death March Memorial Hike. This is a hike that commemorates an event during World War II. It was originally, the memorial hike was started at White Sands, New Mexico by active duty Army unit. I'm not sure which one. And they do a marathon hike to commemorate that event, which is 14 miles. And that event has grown over the years to where now there's thousands of people that participate in it. And they always invite the ROTC units from all over the country to go up there and participate. However, not everybody can fly or drive to New Mexico. So we have our own event here, and their headquarters encourage us to have our local event. And so we're on our 4th year this year. And last year we had over 70 cadets from Del Rio, and also we invited our sister unit in Eagle Pass to join us. And it turned out to be real nice. And we're going to have it again this year on May the 11th. However, I just kind of want to briefly mention some of our sponsors because they're the ones that make it possible for us. And some of them may or may not be here. But it's Mr. Gilbert Mercado Financial Services, Del Rio Hosts Lions Club, VFW Post 852 and the Ladies Auxiliary, the American Legion Post, HEB, Falcon International Bank, Golden Chicken, Texas Community Bank, International Bank of Commerce, Tractor Supply Company, Dr. Edson Martinez, Dennis, DDS, Ms. Rose Riso, and Border Opportunity Saver Systems, and Mr. Thomas Klein. So all these individuals help us make this event possible last year, and about half of them have committed to making donations again this year. So we thank all these organizations. Okay, we are ready for our first award. So when I call your name, you come this way and come up here, shake, salute. Right, the first award is the Marine Corps League Auxiliary Semper Fidelis Award. It's presented to a first-year cadet by the Marine Corps League Auxiliary Alamo Chapter of San Antonio. Since the meaning of Semper Fidelis is always faithful, the cadet selected for this award should exemplify the quality. This year, our San Antonio Alamo Chapter guests cannot be with us, so they asked us to present it in their behalf. So this year's award goes to Cadet William Stewart. If you want to give it by the flag, if they want to take a picture. Okay. Yeah. Good job. Okay, the next award is given to, it's the Daughters of the American Colonists Award. Is presented to outstanding first year through fourth year cadets for sustained performance in the Cadet Corps, exemplified through outstanding leadership, Air Force participation, academic performance, and service to community, school, and unit. Okay, this year we have 3 recipients. We have, and y'all can all get them all here at once, I guess. Cadet Rosa Veliz, Kiara Urbano, and Lena Hackney. Okay. I don't think any of them showed up, right? Okay, well, we'll go to the next one. The next award is the Air Commando Association Award. The Air Commando Association is dedicated to continuing to grow, strength, and support American Special Forces through education, charity, research, and historical preservation. Membership in the ACA includes active duty, reserve, retired military personnel who are or were assigned to serve or support any Air Commando or Special Operations Unit. Okay, there are 13 attributes that we choose for the Air Commandos, for this Air Commando Award. And this year, we have 4 recipients, actually 5, right? Okay, from first year cadets, we have Nicholas Contreras and Leonardo Esparza, down here. Second year cadet, we have Jocelyn Hines. Third year cadet, Brittany Gomez. And fourth year cadet, Ryan Farrell. Oh, there you go.
Families, don't be shy. We don't mind. It's a great opportunity.
The next award is the Embry-Riddle Celebrate Freedom Foundation Award, sponsored by USAA. It's awarded to outstanding performance in academics and cadet corps activities for first and second year cadets. Okay, this year we have 4 recipients. Okay, the Celebrate Freedom recipients are Brianna Chacon, Leslie Muniz, Priscilla Uribe, and Clarissa Rodriguez. No showing those, huh? Okay. The United States Daughters of the War of 1812. The National Society of the United States Daughters of the War of 1812 is a patriotic women's organization and comprised of the descendants of those who helped to win America's Second War for Independence. Okay, this year's awards goes to, let's see, we have Emily Gutenberger, Angela Garcia, and Mia Martinez. Okay. The next award is the Retired Enlisted, and I'm going to ask Chief Carrillo to come up here and make that presentation for us. Yeah. Okay, the Retired Enlisted Association Award is presented for exceptional leadership for the most outstanding JROTC cadet while serving in an enlisted rank, okay? The two recipients this year are Cadet Jose Sanchez and Melissa Garza. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Chief. The next award is the Tuskegee Airman Air Force JROTC Cadet Award. It's presented to freshmen, sophomore, or junior cadets for superior participation in at least 50% of all the unit service programs. This year, we have, let's see, I think we have 5 recipients. Shaylin Mashberg. Okay. Jasmine Basurto. Shaylin's a third-year cadet, and the second year is Jasmine. And first-year cadets, we have Clarice Ortega. Let me see, who would be, okay, who do you have there? Jennifer Hernandez? Okay, first year cadets, Jennifer Hernandez and then Angelo Ariagas, correct? Okay. Okay, and also Clarissa Ortega. We have a lot. Get everybody? Okay, at this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Parker to come up and present the Sons of the Confederate Veterans of the Civil War Award.
It's got a front to it, and I didn't see it. The citizen soldiers who fought for the Confederacy personified the best qualities of America. The preservation of liberty and freedom was a motivating factor in the South's decision to fight the Second American Revolution. The tenacity which the Confederate soldiers fought underscored their belief the rights guaranteed by the Constitution. These attributes are the underpinning of our republic and represent the foundation on which this nation was built. Today, the Sons of Confederate Veterans is preserving the history and legacy of those heroes so future generations can understand the motives that animated the Southern cause. The SCV is the direct heir of the United Confederate Veterans and is the oldest hereditary organization for male descendants of Confederate soldiers, sailors, and Marines. Organized in Richmond, Virginia in 1896, the SCV continues to serve as a historical, patriotic, non-political organization dedicated to ensuring that true history of the 1861 to 1865 period is preserved. Membership in the SCV is open to all male descendants of veterans who served honorably in the Confederate Army or Armed Forces. Membership can be obtained through either direct or collateral family lines. Proof of veteran service must be documented. On behalf of the Sons of Confederate Veterans and Frontier Guards Camp 996, I would like to present this leadership award to the cadet who best emulates the leadership principles, moral character, and dedication to duty that was so superbly personified by General Robert E. Lee: devotion to God, devotion to country and his soldiers, honesty, humility, and trustworthiness, accepting responsibility for his actions while recognizing the achievements of his subordinates, and the self-confidence to lead his soldiers even in the face of insurmountable odds. In recognition of such facets of outstanding leadership to his unit during the 2018-2019 school year, the General Robert E. Lee Junior ROTC Leadership Award is presented to Cadet Staff Sergeant Victor Zapata.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Parker. The Sons of the Union Veterans of the Civil War is presented to display a high degree of patriotism, academic excellence, and leadership ability. This year, I don't think we have a presenter, so on their behalf, we're going to present this award to Cadet Angel Hernandez. Not here? Okay. Okay, the next award is the Air Force Sergeant Association. I'm going to ask Tech Sergeant Gomez to come forward and make that presentation for us. The Air Force Sergeant Association is presented to cadet demonstrates outstanding qualities, military leadership, discipline, character, and citizenship. This year we have 2 recipients. Unfortunately, the other package is, I think, lost in action there. We'll get it to the second recipient. First one is Sadie Sanchez. And Kate Pendergrass. Sadie's not here. Okay, thank you very much, Tech Sergeant Gomez. It looks like he improvised there at the last minute. Okay, representing the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 1836, I would like to call Mr. Eduardo Ibarra to come up here and make that presentation for us. I'm not sure if the reception should have been let's see. Let me see here. The Military Order of the Purple Heart is awarded to a 3rd or 4th year cadet that demonstrates leadership ability and is active in school community affairs. Okay, this year's recipient is Thomas Klein. Is Thomas here? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Do you want to share anything with them? I mean, could you just tell them what it takes to?
Okay, yeah.
Just going to have Mr. Vado just share a couple of words with you, if you would.
For those that don't know, the Purple Heart is the oldest medal that's in the military arsenal. It's basically a combination. So initially when the military merit was what the Purple Heart was, it was on a purple cloth, and it was written in white thread was the word merit. After which time, that was during the Continental Wars, shortly thereafter, it went away. It wasn't revived up again until the wars of the Indian Wars, if you will. And then along came the Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor back then was the military merit. So in essence, the Purple Heart that we have today is an offshoot for the Medal of Honor. So it's basically two medals in one. In order to get your Purple Heart, it's not given to you. Trust me, nobody ever really wants it. You directly have to be wounded in combat, whether it's by being shot, being blown up, all the things that we see on TV that Hollywood glamorizes. That's what it takes to get one. And in some instances, you can get one, but you'll end up being KIA. You may get it, but it'll go to your family. So there's really no benefit for the soldier to receive it because he or she is gone. So it's one of those medals, much like the Medal of Honor, that we really don't ever want to get. But when we do, it's reared in high regards, high esteem because of what it took to get it. I got my last one during 2010, March 2010, in Iraq, after the Battle of Hawija. So that's where I earned my last one. After that, which time the military said, "You've been wounded too many times. You're too old. Get out." So that was my doing. Where's Pete Talamantes at? You remember why I joined the military? You remember why I joined the military? Well, you remember why, right? Remember that one guy we knew together, Jim, that I made a bet with, and I lost the bet, and the bet was I had to join the Army? Yeah. That's what got me in. So it's kind of like coming full circle. I graduated from Del Rio in '89, along with Pete Talamantes there. And I mean, we had a great childhood. We played football, loved it. Coming back now and seeing the change and whatnot, it's great. But to see this next generation of cadets, I find it humbling that I'm even before you because of everything that I've had to go through, see, and whatnot, and to actually be even invited by your commander. It's a humbling feeling to be here, and I thank every one of you personally. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just want to say that's our honor, to have someone like that here. Okay, the next award is the Scottish Rite Southern Jurisdiction Award. It's presented to a third-year cadet that contributes most to encourage Americanism by participation in extracurricular activities or community projects and service. Okay, this year's award goes to Carla Moreno. All right, the next award is the Sons of the American Revolution Award. It's presenting to an outstanding cadet who exhibits a high degree of leadership, military bearing, and all-around excellence in aerospace science studies. This year's award goes to Cadet Andrew Ketz. The next award is the National Sojourners Award. It's presented to outstanding second or third year cadet who contributes most to encourage and demonstrate mechanism within the cadet corps. This year, this recipient is Emilio Rodriguez. He's here now. Okay, at this time, we're going to present the Veterans of Foreign Wars Award, and I'm going to ask Madi if she'd come up here and help me with this. Like I said, Commander Mancha had to go to a meeting at 7 today, so he couldn't be with us. Okay.
Did he bring us things back?
He did.
I don't know. He's gonna come leave it with me. Guess I gotta run the checks. Who you gonna do first?
Let me make we'll do one at a time. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Award is presented to outstanding cadet from each cadet group, year group, that possesses outstanding military bearing, conduct, patriotism, and strong personal attributes. Like I said, Commander Mancha cannot be here, but Madi is the president of the Ladies Auxiliary. And actually, this year they're doing something a little bit different. They're gracious enough to give 2 scholarships to graduating seniors, but the Ladies Auxiliary is also giving a scholarship for future summer or first through fourth year cadets that we recommended, as outstanding cadets. So what are you giving each cadet? 500? 500. Okay, so each one of these cadets is going to receive a $500 scholarship on behalf of the Ladies Auxiliary, okay? And in addition to that, we have 2 additional scholarships that the VFW gives out. So the first AS1, first year cadet is Cadet Miriam Davila. Okay. Miriam Davila. Miriam. Okay. No, I just have. Is there one for?
No, just one for her.
Okay,
Huh? There's a check inside.
Oh, there's okay. Sure. About taking pictures? Okay.
I'm not used to this guy.
Yeah. The second year cadet is Cadet Noah Lindsay. The third year cadet is Cadet Cassandra Payin.
This one here, right?
You're doing fine. One more. Okay. We have the fourth year cadet is Cadet Alyssa Gutierrez. We have the right. Okay, we have two graduating seniors that are receiving scholarships as well. There's Naleli Carlos and Whitney Wallace. Are they here? So this is it.
She's the one who's coming up. Okay. This one's not. Okay. Okay.
Just scholarship.
And this goes to you, sir,
Oh, okay.
to your ROTC, okay?
Okay, well, thank you so much. Thank you for all you've done. All right. Thank you again, Marty. We can always rely on the VFW to help us out whenever we have a need. They've given us things like refrigerators and freezers for the cadet corps, so they've been more than generous to us. Okay. Okay. All right, thank you for those kind words. The next award is the Military Officer Association of America. It's presented to third and fourth year cadets who have shown exceptional potential for military leadership. Okay, let me. These recipients are Lisa Garza, Jack Cafarsusa, and Michael Mercado. The next award is the General William Simpson Awards, presented annually by the Military Order of the World Wars to an outstanding first or second year non-commissioned cadet. This year's award goes to Cadet Madison Salinas. The second portion of the Military Order of the World Wars Award is presented to outstanding cadet who's serving in the cadet officer ranks. And this year's recipient is Cadet Micaela Cabello. They don't match. Okay, that particular award has a special meaning for me. It's one of my favorite awards because my father was a World War II veteran. He served in the South Pacific and air crew on B-24 bombers. So, you know, I'm always intrigued by that particular award there. The next award is the Reserve Officer Association Award. We have 3 levels, 3 degrees, the bronze, the silver, and the gold. The bronze is presented to a first-year cadet, and the silver to a second or third-year cadet, and same with the go. The bronze award goes to Nayeth Kafarsusa. The silver award goes to John Ray Rollins. And the gold award goes to Aaliyah Akins. The next award is the American Veterans Award. It's presented to either first through fourth year cadet that possesses individual characteristics of contributing to leadership. This year's recipient is Janet Davila. Next award, I'm going to ask Ms. Diane Carrillo to come here to make the presentation for the Daughters of the American Revolution Award.
Just before I make the presentation to our cadet, I just wanted to read the purpose of the award in recognition. It is given to an ROTC student who has demonstrated excellence, dependability, good character, adherence to military discipline, leadership, and a fundamental and patriotic understanding of the importance of the Reserve Officers Training Corps. And I might add that this is a good element to write down on one's resumes and reference lists when applying for positions or jobs.
At this time, this year's recipient is, tell her to stay here. Miss, you might stay here? Okay. Yeah. This person just received notification that she got selected to go to one of the Air Force Academy prep schools. So, Caitlin Katz, you want to come up here?
Go Academy. For those of you who are not aware of what it takes to get into the Air Force Academy, she's following a family tradition, right, Colonel Katz? Colonel Katz is one of our squadron commanders active duty at Laughlin Air Force Base. Also went through the prep school before he got an appointment to Air Force Academy. Getting an appointment to the prep school or to the academy is a very prestigious honor. I was an Air Force Academy liaison officer for 16 years, and I can tell you that it takes a special person to get an appointment to either the prep school or the academy. The prep school is basically that. It is a prep school that kind of prepares you to enter the Air Force Academy. It doesn't guarantee an appointment, but most people who go to the prep school would normally go into the academy. I know Colonel Katz came from the barrios of LA and really brought himself up from a very rough lifestyle to where he is today. So hopefully your daughter will follow the same route. So congratulations. Okay, the next two awards will be, were supposed to be presented by Mr. Luis Valdez, but like I said, unfortunately, he's attending to a sick brother. They're the American Legion General Military Excellence Award and the American Legion Scholastic Award. These are presented to outgoing seniors. The first one, the Military Excellence, is based on General Military Excellence, right? And the Scholastic Award is usually presented to one of our highest, if not the highest, scholastically standing cadet. So the military excellence goes to our top cadet here is Samantha Daniels. And the second award is Cadet Eileen Garcia. Both of these awards come with a $500 scholarship from the American Legion. Mr. Valdez will get with the recipients later on the details of how to receive their scholarships. For Eileen. Before I let her go, Eileen is a top-notch scholastic student. What is your class rank right now? Or 43 out of 607. So she's in the top 10%, or maybe top 7%. So congratulations to her. She's going to go to Angelo State University and pursue engineering, correct? Okay, congratulations. Oh, thank you. The next award is the Dedalian Award, and I would like to call Colonel Katz up here to make that presentation for us. Is Madisha here? Madisha here? Madisha here? Is Madisha here? Oh, well, maybe not, Colonel. Mauricio Guerra? Oh, anyway, stay up here if you would. The Dedalian, can you come up here and just kind of tell us what the Dedalian is? Okay. Put you on the spot.
No worries. Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? I'm not a big microphone guy. It makes me a little nervous to be on mic. So the Order of Dedalians is a special, award for me in particular because I'm a military aviator, and as far as being a member of a military professional organization like the Dedalians, it's a little special because it goes back and it dates to World War I. And anyone who's been a military aviator, I see fellow aviators of the past, my former instructor there, Colonel Klein there. It's a special award because it represents air power. And Daedalus was the father of Icarus, who, if you go back to Greek mythology, is, according to Greek mythology, the father of flight. He was the first to accomplish heavier than flight. So when it comes to giving this particular award, it's a special award given to people who represent future air power. And I like it. It's special for me because, kind of like what Colonel Benavides said, being a military aviator is a great honor, and it's a badge of honor. So being a member of the Order of Dedalians to the cadet is a great honor, and I'd like to present it to him if I can.
Okay, I don't think our recipient is here. Our recipient is Mauricio Guerra, and the reason I wanted him to be here because Mauricio just got selected to go to an 8-week flight academy that's sponsored by headquarters Air Force Junior ROTC. It's an 8-week program, and he's going to go to the University of Oklahoma, where if he completes the program, he'll finish with a private pilot's license. And a lot of it's based on aircraft availability and flying weather, because that some of the students that go up there don't get to finish, not through any fault of their own, just because of the weather, or that doesn't allow them to complete the program. But the program is designed to encourage future aviators, whether they go in the military or not, because there is a big shortage of aviators, not only in the military, but also in the commercial ranks. And so this program is designed to encourage people to go into aviation. Quite frankly, I think the Air Force is losing a lot of pilots to commercial airlines. So the junior ROTC program is doing their part to promote that. And there was 150 cadets chosen from, I don't know, 1,500 to 2,000 that applied. And Mauricio Guerra was one of those 150 here from Del Rio, Texas. We're really quite proud of him. So unfortunately, he's not here. Yeah, thank you. We're getting to the end, folks. The next award is the Air Force Association Award. It's presented to outstanding third-year cadet that demonstrates personal attributes such as initiative, judgment, and self-confidence. This cadet will also be recommended by myself to be for outstanding cadet ribbon. And unfortunately, Major Martwig is not here with us today because of his car accident. But anyway, this year's recipient is Julio Torres. Okay, at this time, we would like to recognize the Outstanding Cadets of the Year for each individual class, starting with Aerospace Science 1, or the freshman class. These are, I guess, our top award for the Cadet of the Year from that particular class. So from the freshman class is Cadet Sadie Sanchez.
By the way, and I'm sorry to step in on this, Sadie led our freshman team to the first place drill competition for all the freshmen in this entire region. That's something we have not done here in a few years, so kudos to this young lady. Great job.
In case you didn't see it, we made the front page of the Del Rio News Herald. When was it? About 2 Fridays ago, I guess. There's a Friday edition after the drill meet, where they wrote a really nice article about our cadets winning first place in the novice division, which was led by Sadie, and also first place in the Sabre team drill competition led by Leah Akins over there. And we also had a second place placing by Andrew Katz and Julio Torres in the individual rifle and Sabre exhibition competition. So, once again, congratulations to them. The second year Cadet of the Year award goes to Noah Lindsay. And the third year cadet is Julio Torres. We also want to recognize our outgoing group commander, and every year we like to recognize that particular person as they exit our program. And this year, Samantha Daniels is leaving us as group commander. We'd just like to give her a special token of appreciation and recognition here. So. Okay, I think that concludes our awards. We're going to recognize the outgoing graduating seniors. We have a lot of outstanding cadets. Like I said, unfortunately, we can't recognize everybody. There's always a fine line between, who gets what. And, it's a very tough decision for us to make to select, outstanding cadet of the year or any particular award. But, all our students are special. We hear from the teachers all the time that, hey, I wish we had your kids, because they very seldom have any problems with our kids, and they call us on many occasions when they do have problems with our kids, because they know that they learn what they're supposed to respect and integrity from us and discipline. So anyway, for those of y'all who didn't get an award, you're still special, and you're way above and beyond the average student. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to call all the graduating seniors that are here. Just come up here and just hold your applause until we call them, get them all up here. We have them in no particular order except for rank, I think. And you're going to have to find those are that folder there. Yes. Okay, we have Cadet Colonel Samantha Daniels, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Eileen Garcia. You can just come up here as I call your name. Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Elisa Gutierrez. And Cadet Captains, all right? Dominic Rodriguez. And Cadet Captain Pete Talamantes. Jonathan Herrera, not here, I don't think. April Barajas. Cadet Staff Sergeant Andre Cardenas. No, no, okay. Diego Esparza, Ryan Farrell, Brianna Garcia, Caitlin Katz, Raymond Lopez, Sonia Melendez, Jose Rangel, Hector Rojas, and Ronaldo Sanchez, Whitney Wallace, and Alejandro Zaragoza. These are our graduating seniors.
Let's go let them take pictures just while they're saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, parents, feel free to take a picture real quick. The seniors here.
You might want to get two rows.
Another row? Yeah.
Yeah, get two rows.
Let's get another row. Tall folks in the back.
Short people up front.
I'm not a tall guy. All right.
At this time, I also want to, before you seniors leave, I'm not sure if any of the recipients are, Mr. Our Chief Carrillo, you want to come up here and make your presentation for the Lions Club scholarships? I'm thinking, okay.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, especially to recognize 3 of these graduating seniors. They do basically what the Lions Club does. We're at our 100th year as a service organization with 1.4 million members throughout the world. So these 3 individuals have and will kind of continue the tradition that the Lions have started, and we would like to recognize them for their community service to the community. The 3 individuals that were selected for this year is Cadet Aline Garcia, I'll get it to you, Brianna Garcia, and Nalini Carlos.
We didn't call her up there. So we didn't call her up there.
Uh-oh.
Is she on there?
Now we got the picture.
Yeah, every once in a while we do make these kind of mistakes, and I apologize to Naleli. We didn't call her up here. It's one of the graduating seniors. Sorry, Naleli. She's not here.
We've got instructions in here. Oh, okay. Basically, it's a voucher, $500, and they would turn it into the registrar of the college of their choice. Oh, okay. And in return, the college will send us the information, and we'll send the college a check. Okay. Mom, got pictures. Most of them know what college they're going to.
Yes, they can take a seat now.
Yes, thank you. Huh? Again, I apologize for the oversights we have. Every year it seems like we have a few, and there's just several awards we have to give out, and invariably, some of them, some things fall through the cracks here. Okay, so at this time, this pretty much concludes our program. We want to announce next year's leaders before we leave for the evening. We have the outgoing graduating seniors, and this coming year for 2019-2020, we have the new incoming Command Chief Master Sergeant is going to be Cadet Brianna Chacon, and I don't think she's here. She came, she said she had a prior engagement. Okay. The new Deputy of Operations is going to be Julio Torres. And the new deputy group commander is Janice Davila. And the new group commander is going to be Cassandra Payen. Okay, I just want to say we only have top three positions. We have some very outstanding candidates. And once again, it's a very tough choice for us to make these decisions. But it's based on a lot of factors that sometimes the general public doesn't see. So believe me, we put a lot of thought into this, and we congratulate these people that are coming in, okay? So that concludes our program this evening. We thank everybody for coming. And once again, I apologize to Mr. Parker for the oversight, to Naleli for the oversight, but all's well that ends well, okay? And congratulations to all the recipients and to all our graduating seniors. Thank you very much for coming.